Listen to this. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. Verse 18. If it be possible, as much as lies in you, live peaceably with all men. With all men. Last week, well, tonight I came over. I came over a little early because I was playing around with some of the equipment, and a bunch of kids came and sat on the steps. Kids, young men. They were actually here about a week ago. I came over and they were sitting there. When I got out of the car, they all got up and started walking away. I told them, I said, look, I said, I don't care if you want to sit there. You can sit there. Just do me a favor. Don't do anything illegal. Because people are sitting out there rolling blunts. When you go out there and see tobacco laying all over the place, you know what's going on, right? So I said, look, this is God's house. I said, don't be rolling blunts. And they were kind of looking at me funny like this. I said, don't be doing that on my steps. I said, and pick up after yourself, I said, you can hang out there if you want. So they came over today. They came over here. I was inside and they were sitting out there, and I was like, and they were sitting there and they were talking trash, talking ghetto. You know what I'm talking. And a cop came in the door. Somebody had called the cops and said, "Hey, I don't know if that guy wants that preacher wants some kids on the porch over here." So the kids told him, he says, "Well, he's in there. Go talk to him." So he came in. The cop came in. I was up here, and I said, "Look," he says, "You have a problem with these kids?" I said, "This is what I told him. I told him exactly what I told him." I could have said, "Get them kids off my steps," but you know what? I'd rather let them know they're welcome on the steps and they're welcome in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see them deal drugs off the steps. I don't want to see them go out there and smoke dope or whatever. I went out there one time here a couple years ago. There was a guy and a girl making out on the porch step. I went out there and I said, "No making out on the porch step, on the church steps here." And they looked at me like, said, "Well, we ain't doing that." I said, "I know what I might be old, but I know what making out is." I said, "I'm not that old." I said, "No, nothing on our porch, on our church steps here." They got up and left, But I'd like to let them know that they're not unwelcome here. They're out in the world. Who knows what they're doing? But I'd like to let them know that they don't have to be afraid to come sit on the porch. Maybe someday one of them might come in here and come up here and say, "Hey, man, I need help." My flesh in me will want to say, "Get out of here. Go sell your dope somewhere else." That's what my flesh wants to say.